truth is, cooking is not only creative, but it can be fun. Or, as I should have said, it's not only fun, but it can be creative. Another reason why it was fun for me, because finally the temperature was above freezing. Outside, the birds had found some bird seeds that were placed there prior to the snowstorm, and they were really enjoying it. And I was photographing the birds eating, but that's another video. The other thing is that I used a lens, an old-fashioned Super Takumar 55mm lens. As far as the baking was concerned, I used this baking dish, 2 for $1 at the local $5 store, and it's all aluminum. So, on we go. First, I set the temperature on my oven to 450 degrees. In other words, I wanted to preheat the oven to accommodate my creation. Then I sprayed this baking dish very well with vegetable non-stick spray, or should I say non-stick vegetable spray. Then I put leftover rice at the bottom of this baking dish. Leftover rice, to be sure. And in addition to the leftover rice, at the bottom of the baking dish I put cheese, sharp cheddar cheese on top. As for the amounts, well, maybe a cup of the rice, maybe half a cup of cheddar cheese. And then what I did was I placed it in the oven so the cheese would melt. I'm not sure why I did that, nor do I know whether or not it was important to do that. But in the oven it went for about 10 minutes. I just wanted to see what would happen if I melted the cheese. I don't think it would have made a difference if I did anyway. So, in the oven it went, and 10 minutes later what I had was cheese on top of leftover rice. Then came the fun part. A can of soup. Chicken, cheese, enchilada flavor. What a combination, huh? So now we have the rice, we have the melted cheese, and now we have chicken, cheese, enchilada flavor. How creative is that? I poured the can of soup on top of the cheese, which was on top of the rice. All this time, of course, I was really enjoying myself using a lens from the 1960s. Super Takumar 55mm f2 lens that was made for a Pentax 35mm lens, rather a Pentax 35mm camera. So I poured the soup on top, as you can see, and then I added breadcrumbs on top of the soup. Why? Because I wanted to. I wanted to know what would happen if this combination was baked in the oven. I was to find out soon enough. Anyway, the breadcrumbs went on top. I put enough breadcrumbs to sort of give it some character. That was my creation for the day. My creation for the day. Rice, leftover rice with cheese. Then soup was added. Then breadcrumbs. Then in the oven it went. Now, originally it went in for 20 minutes. It was not long enough. So I had to put it back in for an additional 15 minutes, and even then I think it could have stayed in even longer. In the end, this is what I had. Doesn't look very good, but I gotta tell you, the combination was very interesting. And as far as I'm concerned, the combination worked because it tasted very good. Good. Good.